Yeah.
And you didn't have to tell them to do it. They just kind of did it on their own.
Absolutely.
And I feel like those often are the best ones. And we have a lot of those. And I just feel very privileged that we have so many folks like that, that they just care deeply and it's personal for them. My previous company I had started was a caregiving company. And one thing I had noticed in that company was that so many people that were caring for others were suffering, right? And then they had to go to work. And people had no idea that they were doing like 5 jobs. Caregiver, they were worrying about their finances. They were trying to figure out how they help people. And then they had to go to work and they had a litany of things they had to go do. And most people have no idea all these things are going on in their people's lives, right? Because sometimes we just don't ask the question and because we're so busy ourselves. Or sometimes we don't want to ask the question because we're so busy ourselves, we can't take anything else on. But I just feel that if we are just more aware and we create space for employees and we listen to what they have to say, flexible work schedules, what are they asking for? That's why I constantly poll our employees as well. What do you value? And they'll tell us. And then if we have stuff that they don't want, we put it away. I sometimes like, oh, all my employees want this gym membership. And then nobody uses it. Right? And they're like,
just ask.
Yeah. And I'm like, now I just ask. Let's have our team go out and say, here are the top 10 things. What do you want?
Yeah.
And then we'll take away a couple things that they don't use, and we'll try to ask that almost every year.
Totally. I couldn't agree more. I love gift giving. It's one of my love languages. And you were so kind to bring me a gift today, which was very thoughtful and very useful and both of which I will use. And the reason I'm saying that is I love giving gifts too. And so, over the years, when it comes around the holidays, I love getting gifts for my team. And for a long time, I'd always be guessing like what everyone wanted. And you assume that something's cool or trending or whatever it may be. And then you start to realize what you just said, people didn't really want that.
Yeah.
And then at one point we were like, okay, well then we won't give gifts. We'll just, thank people and whatever else it was. But then we were like, no, but people like it.
Yeah.
Everyone enjoys it. And so it's so funny. We've started polling over the last few years, like what kind of gift would everyone like? And the number one answer this year was infrared masks. Like, so what you got me earlier. Yeah. That was the number one request. Yeah, the red light. Yeah. So that was the number one request.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, easy. Now we know what everyone wants. So we're going to get that because it's easier rather than us guessing.
Yeah.
And I agree that I do think people inside of organizations today want mental health tools. They want meditation practices. They want mindfulness opportunities and tools and apps and everything else. I do believe there is a big demand for that.